We start off now by telling you that the Nigerian Armed Forces Remembrance Day is being observed across the country today, honoring the men and women who have sacrificed their lives in defense of the nation. Now, wreath-laying ceremonies are taking place in Abuja as we speak, the state capitals and military formations, with top government officials, security chiefs and veterans in attendance. The annual event also recognizes serving military personnel and injured soldiers who continue to protect Nigeria's territorial integrity. Today's observance underscores the nation's commitment to remembering fallen heroes and supporting their families. We now cross over to our various correspondents who are on standby in different parts of the country. We'll start off by talking to News Central's Federal Capital Territory correspondent Bettina Nweli, who would give us more update on the Armed Forces Remembrance Day, where she currently is. Bettina, what is the update and what is the significance of today's celebration?
Thank you very much, Blessings, and good afternoon to you too. Today's celebration is to commemorate the fallen heroes with the armed forces, all the people who have gone before us to represent the country, the people who are being celebrated today. It was quite a full house because we saw a couple of people. Vice President in attendance. We had the Secretary General of the Federation. We had the Chief Justice of the nation. The IGP was also in attendance. It was quite a rounded event with all officials who are supposed to be there present to make sure that this commemoration went as smoothly as possible. We also had the wives of the fallen heroes who were in attendance to also see the honor being given to their husbands who once served this great nation, Nigeria.
All right, Bettina Nweli, we will definitely keep you on standby to give us more update on that. In the meantime, let's cross over now to Biola Festus, who is currently in Port Harcourt, to also tell us more about the Armed Forces Remembrance Day, where she currently is. Biola Festus, if you can hear us, can you tell us what the celebration is in your area?
Good afternoon, Glenn. The experience here is nothing so different from what my colleague at the FCT has mentioned. The governor was at the Canotop to present wreaths in honor of fallen heroes. He was there alongside other members of the armed forces of the different forces that we have in the country. And of course, they all paid their respect to their colleagues that have passed on, whether in active service or even after they had retired. Now, the only difference we have in River State is that while the governor and his deputy were there, the lawmaker, the speaker of the River State House of Assembly was obviously absent. Of course, the space where he was supposed to lay his wreath was empty. No wreath was laid at that Canada. Last year, we had the speaker of the House of Assembly. As at then, it was Oko Jumbo. Well, Okujumbo was put out by the law, by the court, I beg your pardon. So for this year, the Martin Amewule-led assembly had been reinstated, but they were not at this ceremony. Blessing.
All right, Biola Festus there in River State. And just a reminder that Nigeria is honoring the fallen and injured heroes who have put their lives on the line. Also, we have Chinwe Ugele, who is currently also going to be giving us an update from Abia State. And I mean, we can see that she's standing right at the parade ground. Chinwe Ugele, what's the update where you are? How is the celebration unfolding? All right, sincere apologies for that. We're unable to establish clear audio connections with Chinwe, but as soon as we do, we'll go back to Abia State, where the Armed Forces Remembrance Day is also unfolding there. But in the meantime, let's come to Lagos. We have our correspondent, Victor Mbadike, who is currently in Lagos, to also give us an update. We did mention that our correspondents are spread out across the nation. So, Victor, if you can hear me, what is the celebration like in Lagos State, Nigeria?
Hello, blessings. Yes, indeed, the entire structure in Lagos, all institutions, anything you can think of were put on pause just to celebrate and honor the heroes of our soldiers who have paid the supreme price in trying to ensure that peace and stability is recorded in Nigeria. So today is not any different from what has always been happening over the years. But, of course, every year comes with its own uniqueness. So we had several top military officers, government functionaries, including the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Bafemi Hamzat, who came with his own itineraries as well. Friends and families, colleagues who all came around today right here at the Tafawa Balewa Square in Lagos to celebrate soldiers who left their homes to fight, against enemies of the state, or if you like, non-state actors who have been threatening the peace and integrity of this country. But unfortunately, blessing, some of them did never return home. Some of them, for some reasons, just never came back. And it's really sad how some of them, passed. And so today was just to celebrate and say thank you, just to show gratitude. And just right behind me is where wreath was laid for these soldiers. If you look closely, we had the Deputy Governor Hamzat, who came out here first to lay his wreath, and followed by a top military officer who also came as well to do his own thing. This is just to signify or symbolize gratefulness, to say thank you guys, thank you guys, thank you guys so much, thank you for what you've done for this country, thank you for your service. And for some other symbolism, we had a 21-gun salute as well earlier in the day, just to say again thank you. We also had the Deputy Governor release, doves. Some persons call it birds from their cages. But the truth is, what dove symbolizes peace. And so it symbolizes or signifies peace. And say thank you for the good job well done as far as stabilizing this country is concerned. Another unique aspect of today's celebration is the fact that widows, of course, who are one of the major highlights of this celebration, have also come out to express, their displeasure over some issues that they will be talking to us shortly. But of course, they also share their experiences, how it has been for them living without their husbands, for so many years now. And for some of them whose husbands are still very active, they also have their own reservations. So let's quickly talk to you. Madam, could you please come on very quickly? Let's talk to you. So we have some of them still around. Many of them have left already because, of course, like I said, the event had ended about half an hour, 1 hour ago. But we see how some of them still sticking around. Good afternoon, ma'am. First of all, let's share your experience with us as far as today is concerned. I mean, how do you feel about today's meeting, today's event, today's celebration? And let's start with your name and your designation, ma'am.
My name is Mrs. Helen Moise Amodu, wife of late Navy Captain F.A. Amodu. Today's celebration is very sad for me, because my husband died serving Nigerian Navy. I'm not happy because when I come here, I see my husband colleagues in uniform. It is very sad for me. Another aspect of this ceremony that makes it very sad for me is up till now, my husband died 10 years ago. Up till now, my husband's group life insurance have not been paid. And a lot of women like that in the barrack, we are suffering. I want the world to know that widows, military widows in Nigeria are suffering.
Before I let you go, in terms of, we're going to pick that up eventually. In terms of being away from your husband for a decade now, how has the experience been for you as a woman and as a mother?
It has not been easy because when two people are doing things, and now it is one. You taking care of the children's school fees. You don't have anybody to talk to. Number one problem of widowhood is loneliness. Nobody to talk to. Nobody to even share your problem when you are in trouble. So it is very, very bad.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sele. Thank you so much. Let's have you, Mom, if you don't mind, very quickly. Blessings, please permit me. This is just my own bias. I hope you understand. They are very, very important to this story. So, Ma'am, tell us very quickly again, first of all, share your gratitude or your experience as far as this celebration is concerned.
Hello, my name is Enoch Yemi. Anyway, we are happy with this little program they did for widows. We are so happy, but not all that happy. We are happy for today. If they can continue doing this, and they should listen to our request. They should answer us and do the right thing for we widows. We are suffering. We just managed to come out today. If I tell you the way I come out today, I managed to get my transport down here. Yeah, so I have to be here to be happy to remember my husband once again, because since he left, we've not been happy. We've not been happy, you know. It's like just like body. When the head is no longer in your body, the body is just useless. When there is no head, the body is useless. When a man of the house, the one that owns the house, father of the house, gone, everything is down. The house will never be happy. It will never be like the same again, because it's the way he helped the family to provide a lot, the mother can do it. So that's why I just feel to lose a husband is just like losing the whole world, because the children we feel down. The wife, everybody will just paralyze, because our husband is so special. Without him, we can't do anything. But to God be glory, we are managing. Thank you very much.
Well, Blessing, it's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag for the women who had come out here to celebrate their husbands who they saw as the pillar of their homes. But sadly, they are not here today to celebrate this beautiful moment. Again, you also had where they are asking that the government begin to prioritize the gratuities of the late husband, like the group life insurance, like she alleged. We will find out exactly what really went wrong, but these are some of their concerns. So basically, the events may be over, but the memories, of course, will still continue to linger. While some of them are still hanging around, you cannot understand. You just want to catch some moments with your friends and colleagues if not probably seen for a long time. But the most important thing is that the celebration is over, and then hopefully the gains will, in terms of government heeding to their demands, will come to fruition. But that's it from me here in Lagos. Blessings.
All right, Victor Mbadike there bringing us the updates on the Armed Forces Remembrance Day here in Lagos. And quite spot on, the women talked about the fact that it goes beyond laying wreaths. You know, they have to deal with this emptiness, this void every single day. And I would have loved to ask Victor, you know, what the Armed Forces and even the federal government has said regarding compensation, regarding taking care of these widows, because not only did these fallen soldiers and the injured ones make these sacrifices, their families also embraced the sacrifices, so they should be compensated. But in the meantime, we're still talking about the Armed Forces Remembrance Day. We're going back live to Biola Festus, who was giving us an update from her region. Biola Festus, how is the event unfolding?
Well, the River State government has announced that they've launched a platform where indigenous, where locals, where everybody can support the armed forces. They name it Thank You Soldiers. So the government has announced that you could go online to log into that platform and support, or even write an appreciation letter to the legionnaires, to their families and to their loved ones as well. Well, also still staying on issues in River State. The River State House of Assembly ought to have resumed its meeting today to continue the impeachment proceeding against the governor. Well, today they did not hold that sitting. And of course, they also were not here for the wreath laying in commemoration of the Armed Forces Remembrance Day lesson.
All right, we would get more updates across to you as the events of today unfold in terms of the Armed Forces Remembrance Day. Thank you to Biola and Victor for being on standby to give us updates on that. You're still live with us on the 12 Report. We go on a quick break, and when we come back, we've got more stories. Stay with us. Many thanks for staying with us. You're still live with us on the 12 Report. Now to more stories. The Trade Union Congress of Nigeria has rejected a federal Ministry of Health directive enforcing a no-work, no-pay policy against members of the joint health sector unions, JOHESU, currently on strike. The ministry says the circular applies to the industrial action, which began on November 15, 2025, and takes effect from January 2026. In a statement signed by TUC President Festus Osifo and Secretary General N.A. Toro, The Congress described the move as provocative, abusive, and a breach of established industrial relations principles. The TUC accused the ministry of undermining ongoing negotiations and weaponizing the IPPIS platform to intimidate health workers amid worsening economic conditions. Still on strike matters, we would also tell you something on a positive note. The federal government and the Academic Staff Union of Universities have unveiled the long-awaited 2025 agreement aimed at improving lecturers' welfare, university governance and funding. Now, the unveiling took place in Abuja and was attended by the Minister of Education, Tunji Alausa, the co-chairman of the FG ASU Negotiating Committee, Olariwaju Tejuosho, and the president of ASU, Chris Piwuna. Now, officials say the agreement is expected to promote industrial harmony and enhance stability across Nigeria's tertiary education sector. Our correspondent, Blessing Akibe, reports.
After years of tension, strikes and stalled negotiations, the federal government and the Academic Staff Union of Universities have finally put pen to paper, unveiling the 2025 landmark agreements aimed at resetting Nigeria's public university system.
The agreement provides for the review of the remuneration package of academic staff in federal tertiary institutions, as approved by the National Salaries, Income and Wages Commission. And this agreement, we're making promise to you today, this agreement will be effective from January 1st, and was effective from January 1st, 2026.
This agreement represents the culmination of sustained dialogue between the Federal Government of Nigeria, FGN, and the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, and reaffirms our collective commitment to the stability, quality, and global competitiveness of Nigeria's public university system.
This agreement is a testament to leadership that prioritizes national stability, social justice, and sustainable development.
The union says that while progress has been made on lecturers' welfare, unresolved issues remain over the alleged misuse of funds by some vice-chancellors set aside for proper university management.
Our universities are now run by consultants. It has become a clean way of cleansing the funds that the union has fought for. When we fight and we get funds to the universities, we are not satisfied with how vice-chancellors manage the funds.
Part of the agreement saw the federal government approving a 40% review of academic allowances and also introducing a new welfare package for senior academics in the university system.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has created another category of allowances called Professorial Cadre Allowance. This allowance is specifically designed to support research coordination, academic documentation, correspondence, and administrative efficiency.
Both parties say effective implementation of the agreement will be key to improving lecturers' welfare and preventing future disruptions in Nigeria's public universities.
Let's take a look at elections now. As preparations continue for the FCT local government elections, residents across the area councils are making it clear that the February polls will not only be about campaign slogans and street posters, but about service delivery to citizens. In the Abuja Municipal Area Council, voters say they are watching closely and expect whoever emerges to focus on the basics that affect everyday life. From Dede to Gwarimpa and Wuse, residents are already speaking out on what they want from candidates seeking their votes. A correspondent, Sumaya Abubakar, reports.
With election activities gradually picking up, residents across Amak communities say their expectations remain largely unmet. In Dede, citizens point to poor road networks, irregular water supply and gaps in access to quality education as long-standing challenges they want addressed.
We are calling for this government, when they have been elected, may they help us do this thing, mostly about school and the roads.
Inside this our market, it is very rough. It's not tight. Any small hold up, we should not reach home in time, because this is the only entrance coming to the day.
We don't have light more than 2 years. We are suffering for light. If they can extend electricity here, because in my shop I use solar, but I know that there are lines of electricity here, but we don't have any here.
Similar concerns are echoed in Gwarimpa and Wuse, where residents say access to basic amenities should be a priority for anyone seeking office at the local government level. Many also stress the need for leaders who will be accessible and accountable to the citizens.
In the night, most of the people that come into Gwarimpa don't live here. So a lot of things go on that are not supposed to be. So security is a major thing that should be looked into.
Our normal water, we don't have water. If we want to bath, we enter mosques and fish water.
As I said, we don't even know the main people campaigning. I don't know the current AMAC chairman. I don't know him.
You cannot be in your house and expect your candidate to win. If you want a good person to win and serve you, you must ensure you come out to cast your vote so you can get that good person that will come solve those problems that we're facing in the localities.
In this election, anybody that win, let them put that particular person in that seat.
Yana kira ga dukkan dan kasa kar ise da yancinsa a bashi kuɗi ije icin izabi wanda bai san damuwar shi ba bai san mutuncin shi ba.
As the FCT local government elections draw closer, residents say their votes will be influenced by candidates who show genuine commitment to improving living conditions at the grassroots. In Abuja, for News Central, Sumaya Abubakar.
Now let's take a quick look at an issue of major concern. Residents of Abaji Area Council are calling for provision of water to residents in the council. Now, speaking to News Central television crew and presenting a list of demands, including expectations ahead of the FCT Area Council elections scheduled to hold in February 2026, some residents say consistent vandalization of power cables and an incomplete water treatment facility has made it nearly impossible to access potable water. News Central's Sagir Ibrahim brings the details in this report.
The FCT Area Council elections is just around the corner, and while politicians have been out on the streets canvassing votes and support from residents, but we're out on the streets of Abaji Area Council asking residents what their expectations are from those vying office. How have those occupying office at the local government councils performed over the course of the last few years in office?
4 good months, no light at all from FCT. I don't know why. This is Abuja. It's part of Abuja, and don't know why we are facing this heavy problem. In the actual sense, the impact is not fair. It's negative, somewhat negative.
With another round of elections set to commence in the FCT, residents now have fresh expectations for those who intend to take up the mantle of leadership.
This is the Science Primary School in Abaji, Area Council of Abuja. Now, some communities would often call for an improvement in the quality of education in their communities. But for the residents of Abaji Area Council, the challenge is not basically on education. It's rather on something else, and that is access to quality and potable water. For most of them, they've been unable, due to a lack of electricity in the community, to access potable water, and they have relied on the goodwill on individuals such as the owner of this house to access water, to cook, to drink, and to carry out basic daily responsibilities.
If there is no light, we don't have water, because that is the challenges that we are facing now. As you can see, we are buying truck of water from the place that we are fetching water to our destination now, 1,000 naira, 1,500, 2,000 naira every blessing day. Most of our people, the money that we're supposed to use to feed our family and we ourselves, we are using it, we are struggling to mount a solar, which is not supposed to be.
That one has even removed some people from the town for lack of light. And then after with the light, we cannot get water.
They started something like as if they are going to do it in a very gigantic way, but they abandoned it halfway. If you go down there, it is there like that, and they mount a lot of this water reservoirs in a place, but there's no water.
They also made other demands.
University, anse saka ariyo muna sa idu ahanya ba makaranta dwala muna roko wonde ala ya basi itemoke talakawa.
Road, it is not there. No network. Sometimes if you want to call someone, you climb tree.
Despite these concerns, officials of the local government say that Abaji is better off than in the past.
The chairman has spent a very multiple millions of naira to make sure that light has been restored. But our counterparts, local government, which is Swahili, are not giving us cooperation. He has built a hospital that can accommodate 80 beds capacity.
What I know about the hospital is that we saw building going on and we asked, they say it's a big hospital, and we're all happy that at least we're going to have a big hospital close to us here. Then we've been waiting for the commission and nothing is happening, so we don't know what is happening about it.
For residents of Abaji Area Council, the election goes beyond campaigns and campaign promises. For them, it's a commitment between the leaders and the led for the general improvement of the lives of the led. In Abaji Area Council, for News Central, Sagir Ibrahim.
Now, as the local government elections in Nigeria's Federal Capital Territory draw closer, residents of Big Shedder community in Kilankwa ward of Kwale Area Council are intensifying calls for improved basic amenities. The residents say persistent water scarcity and limited access to electricity remain major challenges affecting daily life in the community. Our correspondent Joshua Imurai is in Big Shedder as we speak and joins us now live to give us an update. Joshua, beyond water and electricity, what other demands are the residents making as the elections draw closer?
I'm currently live at the Big Shedder district of the Kilankwa ward in Kwale Area Council of Nigeria's Federal Capital Territory. And you can see from the surroundings behind me and from the environment, from what you can see on the pictures, this community seems to be a community that is lacking so many basic amenities that the residents have not held back to air their views concerning it. But there is a young lady here who sells local meal of soya beans as well as other kind of pap. She's here, she's currently breastfeeding, and she would like to speak with us on what she thinks about the community and our reactions and basically what they lack in this community. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah, welcome.
Well, tell us your name. Tell us your name. You did live on television, if make I tell you. You did live on television. What's your name?
Bless you.
How not they live for this community? How not they get water? How not they get light? How do you think they affect now?
Things is hard for us.
Speak pidgin with me. Speak pidgin with me. The young lady seems unstable right now, but there is a young man who is on the side who is a phone technician, and despite all odds, this young man seems to navigate the situation. This community has been without light for some weeks now, and this young man, despite all odds, is still going about his daily activities, trying to make do of what he has. And surprisingly, the young man is a phone technician who has relied on conservative sources of energy to channel his craft into what he thinks can benefit him. And unfortunately, the young man has left his store, but this is the remains of what we are seeing at the young man's store. And as you can see, that is the charcoal he's trying to use to fix phone. This is a phone technician's shop. And unfortunately for us, the young man is not currently on seat. He just left moments ago. But this is what you see. Despite all odds, this young man has decided that he is not going to be held back by lack of electricity or lack of the basic amenities, and he's going to do his job as he wishes. This is the charcoal pot where he gets his energy from, and he has been making do of it. Bless him.
All right, Joshua Marai there with the update on the communities in the same area council where the elections are about to happen. And of course, we can see a lot of disgruntled people and community members who say that they don't have access to water and even electricity. It's interesting to see how the elections are going to turn out with all of these demands on ground. Now, one of Nigeria's most prominent media personalities and political voices, Dele Momodu, has formally declared for the African Democratic Congress, the ADC, in Edo State. The publisher of Ovation International and former presidential aspirant made the announcement at a well-attended event in Benin City, a move already sparking conversations about opposition politics and realignments ahead of the 2027 general elections. News Central's Amenze Bazwai joins us live from the venue. Amenze, what is happening at the venue at this moment?
Good afternoon, London. Thank you very much. I'm live at the agency secretariat at Ubelaka here in Benin City. Of course, it's a very, very, very high-profile gathering of various political people. We have party leaders, party members of the ADC here gathered. Of course, they are receiving the membership of Dele Momodu, who just now, just a couple of minutes ago, actually received the membership card. We have top leaders here. We have the national leader, one-time governor of Edo State, in the person of John Oyebo, actually here. We have the Edo National Chairman, of course, Kennedy Odion here. Some senators are here. Senator Roland Oye is here. Yisa Brimo is here as well. A lot of them are just basically excited at this news, this event happening here today. I'm going to be talking with one party member here. Of course, the big wig when it comes to the ADC here in Edo State. Briefly, come to say something. Good afternoon. Just talk to us a little bit.
All right, Amenze Bazwai there with an update on political realignment of some big names in anticipation of the 2027 elections. Would hopefully be able to cross back over to her to find out what the people around there think about this realignment. Now, Kogi State is taking a significant step toward expanding electricity access in underserved communities. The State Electricity Regulatory Commission has issued mini-grid permits to qualified developers to operate across the state. Now, in a move aimed at strengthening traditional institutions and improving grassroots governance across Delta State, Governor Sheriff Oborevwori has commissioned and presented 65 brand new sports utility vehicles to traditional rulers across the state. This ceremony, held at the new Government House grounds in Asaba, drew top government officials, traditional rulers, and key stakeholders. News Central's correspondent Austin Azu completes the report.
65 traditional rulers, along with their subjects, converged on the new Government House grounds in Asaba for the official commissioning and presentation ceremony of official vehicles to members of the Delta State Council of Traditional Rulers.
In the name of God the Father, in the name of God the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
In a welcome address, the Deputy Governor Monday Oyeme recalled the last time traditional rulers in the state received such gestures.
I do know that we have not witnessed this kind of events for so many years now, probably close to 10 years since the last time such event took place.
Governor Sheriff Oborevwori said the presentation of the vehicles underscores the state government's commitment to improving the welfare of traditional rulers and promoting effective collaboration between the institution and the government in the pursuit of peace, development, and unity in Delta State.
It is in recognition of their strategic role in community development and citizen mobilization that this government decided to purchase 60 brand new Prado Land Cruiser and 5 Land Cruisers to assist them in line with functionality of their office.
Chairman of the State Council of Traditional Rulers and the Orojo of Okpe Kingdom, Major General Felix Mujakbero, retired over first, and others react to this gesture.
We cannot thank you enough, because for some time now, some of our members cannot attend our meetings because there are no vehicles. Sometime on their way, the vehicles break down.
Each time we move, some of the things we have suffered hitherto is the breakage of vehicle on the road. And I believe that with these brand new vehicles, our movement will be easier, our services will be more grassroots oriented, because you will have no fear in assessing a lot of where you are ought to go. So
the highlight of the event is a symbolic presentation of one of the SUVs to a traditional ruler by the governor. In Delta for News Central, Austin Azu.
All right, one can't ignore the interesting turn of events in the sporting world. Mixed reactions continue to trail Nigeria's exit from the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations following a dramatic semi-final defeat to host Morocco in Rabat. The Super Eagles were eliminated on penalties, losing 4-2 after a tense goalless draw that extended into extra time at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium. Morocco converted 4 of their spot kicks through Hamza Igamane, Elisi Ben Sagir, Captain Achraf Hakimi, and Youssef El Nesiri. For Nigeria, Paul Onuachu and Fisayo Dele Bashiru found the net, but Samuel Chukwueze and Bruno Onyemechi saw their efforts saved by goalkeeper Yasin Bunu. The match also sparked debate over officiating, with post-match statistics showing Nigeria committed 29 fouls compared to the Morocco's 19. The Super Eagles will now turn their attention to the third-place playoff, where they face Egypt in Casablanca this Saturday. And joining us now from the streets of Lagos is our sports correspondent, Onyechi Obaru, with the reactions from football fans. Onyechi, I know that a lot of football fans are disappointed at the turn of event yesterday, but what is the look and feel, on the streets of Lagos?
Blessings, it's palpable here, anger from the streets of Lagos. I'm live in Beja right now in Lagos, and I think the anger all the way from Rabat, where the Super Eagles played at the Stade Moulay Hassan Stadium, is being felt here in Beja, Lagos. I've been able to test the opinions of fans, and they are not happy at all. They have mentioned one particular player, saying they're disappointed at which he took that penalty, the style at which he took the penalty for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. They have blamed the coach also for his tactics, for the way he made substitutions, the fact that we made some very, very important players like Wilfred Ndidi. They complained about the midfield and only hit praises on 2 players, Stanley Wabali and Calvin Bassey. Now, let me bring a fan right now. I can't do the talking alone. I have to bring a fan to test his opinion on how he felt about that Super Eagles game. A lot of them said they couldn't find sleep after watching the game as of yesterday. I have one here. Hello, good afternoon. Thank you so much. You're live on News Central TV at the moment. We'd like to know, you tell us your name, and do you think Nigeria was robbed yesterday or Morocco deserved the win? Tell us your name, please.
My name is Kayode Ojo. I'm a football analyst, and I saw the match from the start to the end of the match. I tell you, Morocco actually gave us the game. It's a different ball game that if we played and we have a bad outing by 1 or 2 players. But of course, Morocco actually gave us the game. Of course, we have a bad officiating that actually happened in that match, which is obvious to everyone. It was too obvious that the referee was actually a bit too harsh on the Nigerian player in terms of throwing out the caution. But that being the case, we had the opportunity to go to the penalties, which is, of course, a game of luck. But there should be some element of seriousness in some of our players. We look at the performance of Calvin Bassey in playing that football. He put all his 150% best into that match. Even when he was still on yellow card, you see how he maintained composure throughout that match for him to have actually played 120 without a Nigerian man down. And you look at the likes of Victor Osimhen, those guys play ball with their hearts. Okay. But when we go to the penalty and we see a player like Samuel Chukwueze came to the penalty spot with his gum that is chewing, if we were to be a JJ Okocha of today, we would have known that he has played 120 minutes of his best of play. That is JJ Okocha for you, and he will smile.
Okay, hold on with that anger that over there. Please take a chill pill. We're going on a short one here. And when we return, of course, we would have to sample your opinion on who impressed you the most and who you were disappointed with.
All right, we'll definitely circle back to that. But in the meantime, you're live with us on the 12 Report. We go on a short break. When we come back, we'll talk more about the sports. All right, many thanks for staying with us. We're still talking sports, and very quickly we want to get the look and feel from Morocco with our correspondent who is on standby in Morocco, Udoka Njoku. Udoka, how is it over there after the games last night?
Yeah, of course. Thank you very much, Blessings. It is merriment for the whole of Moroccan fans and quite a bit of calmness from Nigerian fans. But not sad, but just calm and happy with how the Super Eagles have performed, but ashamed of the deterioration of refereeing in African football. I'm sure we'll have more conversations about this on in the game.
All right, Udoka, thank you for the update there. We also got a feel of the streets of Lagos, how people are really feeling about the games. But in the meantime, voting has begun in Uganda's presidential election, despite a days-long internet shutdown. Early this morning, voters queued at polling units across the country, though some stations opened late due to delays in materials. President Yoweri Museveni, 81, is seeking another term, facing 7 challengers, including opposition figure Bobby Wine. Now, News Central's Bongani Siziba is on ground, and we cross over to her to give us more.
It's a D-Day today for Ugandan citizens. They will be exercising their rights, voting for the incoming president. We understand that there are 8 candidates on the ballot box, and also there are at least 480 parliamentarians that should be voted for. But as you can see in the streets of Kampala, there are business centers. Some of them are empty, but also the streets are very full with people going on with their businesses. Some are going to vote, but there are those also that they are saying they are not going to vote because they have nothing to vote for. So I had an opportunity to speak to some of the citizens here in Kampala. Let me just speak to some citizens that I met here. Good morning, sir, and thank you for joining us. You told me you are going to vote today. What are you going to vote for?
I'm going to vote for my country.
Why? So why is it important for you to vote?
It is important to vote because we want to get a president who can manage us to work on our things.
I don't want exactly you to tell me who are you going to vote for, but what are some of the things or challenges or things that you think the current president has done for you, and also challenges that the country face?
In some currents, the president is not bad, but we need a change in this time.
What kind of change are you looking for?
Someone who can take our countrymen. Sorry?
What kind of change are you looking for?
What kind of change?
Yes, what do you want to see for the incoming president?
Incoming president?
Yes.
To help the young people to get jobs. They don't have jobs. Many persons don't have jobs. We need to get jobs and go and take our country. Sorry.
Okay, let me just bring in someone else. Good morning and thank you for joining us. Are you going to vote today?
Yes, we are going to vote.
Tell me, what are you voting for, and how has been things here in Uganda? Are you happy with how the things are?
We are not happy. Most of us, we are not happy according to the situation which is taking place. The internet is off. The country is on tension. So everyone is in fear. Soldiers, tear gases, mambas, drones everywhere. Soldiers, they are everywhere. So we are on tension. So that is not erection when the country is on tension and on fear. Everyone is on fear.
Those are some of the sentiments of Ugandans on the streets, talking about the cut of internet and also the visibility of the army and also police that we can attest to. We have seen visibility of police and army on the streets. And also just to ask my cameraman just to show you around, many people, I think they have come out to go and vote because this is one of the business areas in Kampala. We can see that the stalls are very empty. People have gone to vote, but it's still early in the morning. We just see as we monitor throughout the day going out to polling stations to see how Ugandans are voting today. And also as we have heard the sentiments from some of the citizens that I've just spoken to, they want Uganda is facing high unemployment rate just like any other African country, and also they are saying that they need change because they feel that the current government might have not done things that they wish for, but also there are those that feel happy about the current situation in Uganda. And so today is the D-Day for Ugandans going out to exercise their vote, to vote for the incoming president out of the 8 that are on the ballot box. It's now back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks to Mbongani Siziba for the update on Uganda's election. Now, a SpaceX Crew Dragon capsule carrying 4 astronauts has safely returned to Earth after NASA ordered an early departure from the International Space Station due to a medical issue affecting one crew member. Well, that's all on the 12 report today. Remember, you may send your eyewitness report to the WhatsApp number on the screen because we want to see what you see. Also, do also follow us on social media. We are at News Central TV. You can watch News Central live on DSTV channel 422, GoTV channel 23, Star Times channel 274, Avo TV, and YouTube. Many thanks for watching. I'm Blessings Osugu.